Alright everyone, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video here along Highway 180 east through Greater Fresno. Highway 180 in Fresno is known as the Sequoia-Kings Canyon Freeway, and it provides awesome views of the downtown Fresno skyline here as you come in from the west along Highway 180. You don't really get too many good views of the Fresno skyline, one because the Fresno doesn't really have that much of a skyline really to begin with. And then even on the main highway through Fresno, which is the 99, you really don't get any views of the skyline at all. You only have views of the skyline when you're heading north on the Highway 41 and then east here on the Highway 180 as you're approaching the downtown area. Of all the freeways in Fresno, the 180 is definitely the newest and most modern looking out of all of them, just because it was mostly built in the 90s and 2000s. And then towards the end of the video there where we were heading out into the country, that portion was actually built in the 2010s and then all the way up until 2020 when it was most recently expanded out towards Centerville and Minkler. And right here, as part of a little bonus footage that wasn't included as part of the earlier footage that we just saw, I'm showcasing you guys the transition on the braided ramps here from the 180 freeway to the Highway 41 freeway as I was making my way north toward Yosemite National Park. Even though Fresno is the largest city in the US that's not on the interstate highway system, don't let that fool you. They have some pretty well-built freeways here and interchanges. This braided ramp system here was constructed in the early 2010s and is a fine example of some of the most modern freeway engineering you'll see in California, and it's located here in Fresno of all places, which is pretty crazy. So one thing I really tried to time well with the recording of this video is I wanted to film the 180 freeway through Fresno on a relatively clear day so you could see the beautiful Sierra Nevada mountains out in the distance here. Fresno is located not too far away from these mountains. I'd say Fresno's no more than 20 miles as the crow flies from the Sierra Nevada mountains. But most of the time, especially during like the deep winter and summer months, you can't even see the Sierras from Fresno because of like fog in the winter time, and then you got the really bad air pollution in the summertime. I would argue that Fresno, if it was clear and you had good air quality year-round, would rival cities like Salt Lake City and Denver of having one of the best backdrops for a major city in the United States. Now, for all intents and purposes, I don't really consider Fresno a major city, especially by California standards, but it is the 5th largest city in the entire state, and it is bigger as a city proper than Sacramento. Now, granted, Sacramento has a much bigger metropolitan area than Fresno, but still, Fresno is pretty large. Like, people don't realize how big it is. Like I said earlier, it's the largest city in the entire United States that's not on the interstate highway system. And yeah, it's been one heck of a winter, and as you can see here at the time that I filmed this in mid-April, there is so much snow out in the Sierra Nevada mountains out there. And I really was glad I was able to capture this on a clear day. Like I said, if you were to drive out here in the middle of winter or in the middle of summer, chances are you wouldn't be able to see such a clear view of the Sierra Nevada mountains along this highway. And it's such a shame because, you know, like, I grew up in the San Joaquin Valley about 2 hours north of where Fresno is located, and it's so sad like how bad the air pollution is here to where you can't see such beautiful scenery like the Sierra Nevada mountains out there in the distance. Like, it's really kind of sad to me, to be perfectly honest. Like I said, I grew up here, so I'm used to it, but it just goes to show, especially if you're not from around the area, you know, and you see like these types of problems, it can really just bring a downer on the whole area as a whole, like, at least in my opinion. I mean, there's areas around here that are really nice, like especially if you go up towards Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park, about an hour to the east of where this video ended. Like, there's some absolutely beautiful scenery up there, and I've never been to either of those parks, so I'd really love to go out there and check them out someday and to film some content out there for you guys. Let me know if that's something you actually really wanted to see in the comments, because I've always wanted to see the sequoia trees out there in Sequoia National Park. And then of course you have the Grant Grove there in Kings Canyon National Park as well. So I think that would be some really awesome photo opportunities and video opportunities for you guys to see. Alright everyone, I hope you all enjoyed this little ride here through Fresno along the Sequoia-Kings Canyon Freeway, also known as Highway 180. I'm not too sure if there's going to be any other videos from Fresno coming soon, because I don't really think the Highway 99 through Fresno is all that interesting. Like I said, you don't really get views of the downtown skyline at all along the 99. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Take care everyone.